This is the video lesson for 1.14 Final Draft, and it says, congratulations, you have planned and written a first draft. That is an amazing accomplishment, and it is. Great job. Now it is time to write your final draft. A final draft should show major revision work from your first draft, and it must be a better product. So don't turn in the same thing for the first draft and the final draft. They need to look different. So here it says first draft, and you click on it, and it says your first draft was the structured collection of your ideas for a narrative story. There were probably some errors, but you corrected as many as possible. In your first draft, your thoughts may not have flowed together as smoothly as you would like, but you tried to incorporate some effective transitions. For the final draft, then, it says, think of your final draft as a publishable revision of your first draft. There should be no errors, and your thoughts should flow together as smoothly as possible. You will use effective transitions and word choices to show your reader what is happening. This is the goal of this lesson. You will turn in your final draft for this lesson. Remember that even though you have made revisions throughout the writing process, this is the stage where you should make the strongest choices to revise and improve your work. The following screens will help you turn your ideas from the narrative planner you already completed into a strong final draft of a narrative based on the pomegranate seeds. And it says on the objective, after completing this lesson, you will be able to write a final draft of your narrative story. So let's go to page 2. And it says the finishing touches. So for this page, you're going to go through, it's going to talk about revising and editing and what the differences are. So you need to go through and read all of this. It isn't very long. In fact, this whole module is not very long. So take a look at the different things it says. Editing is conventions, revision is voice, word choice, ideas, sentence fluency, and organization. So read through this, and then you'll go to page 3. And on page 3 it says taking a second look. To complete a draft of publishable quality, you must go through a major process of revision. To begin, read through what you have written to see if you have, and then it has the same 5 things that you need to go through and double check in your final draft. And I always recommend that you spend at least a day not working on it, like from your first writing to your final revision, because when you write it and then you reread it immediately, in your mind you know what you were trying to say. It's very fresh in there, and so as you reread it, it all makes sense because you just wrote it down and you're in that frame of mind. So it's a really good idea to set it aside for a day or so and then come back to it, because you don't have it's not so fresh in your mind and you get kind of a better look at it. I also always recommend having someone else read it, because something that might make perfect sense to you may not make perfect sense to everybody, and it's a good idea to get a second set of eyes on that. So I recommend both of those things. On page 4, it says once you have revised your writing, it's time to edit. And so here you're going to go through the grammar, structure, and punctuation, and you're going to look at each of these. It tells you exactly what you need to make sure that you do. And as I always say, make sure that you follow the basic rules of grammar, spelling, and punctuation. And then on page 5, it just says the assignment. For this assignment, you must complete a final draft of your narrative story based on the pomegranate seeds. Complete the following final draft worksheet, which you can get by clicking here, and include it with your final draft. So let's take a look really quick at this. This is another one of those things you're going to have to copy and paste it, because you won't be able to write on it. So you will actually, here you can save it as another document. So you will include that completed with your final draft when you turn it in. And if you have any questions, as always, please let me know, and we can go through this together. Come to my class or to office hours, and I'm happy to help you. And good luck with this. Thank you.